Welcome back, Pokemon League Championship fans, to the Week 2 of Season 4 playoffs. We are killing it today with a Kartana giveaway. We didn't really have anything planned. That's also why we didn't really give an announcement of our stream. I doubt very many people are going to participate today, but we are giving away Kartana. So if you want a Kartana, drop a Magikarp off on GTS asking for a level 100 Kartana. Let us know in chat, and we will send it out to you. I'm also lacking all of my commentators today, so it's just me joining you today. We have 2 sets of matches today, so that's 2 best of 3s coming up. The first one is between J-Wade and Aris. J-Wade actually has been absent all week. We don't know what's going on with him. We hope he's doing all right, but we don't know what's going on with J-Wade, so we had Jordan fill in for him, because since Jordan got knocked out last week by me. So he's filling in for J-Wade this week against Aris. Again, we're giving away the Kartana. So if you want that, definitely drop a Magikarp on GTS asking for a level 100 Kartana. Since I don't really have any more commentators, I'll just kind of get into it. This week was pretty cool. We had a little bit of a late match with J-Wade versus Aris, but again, that's because J-Wade was absent for the most part, so we don't know what happened to him right now. But this is Aris's first match of playoffs, so that's pretty cool. And whoever beats them between Aris and J-Wade goes on to play against Mike for the semifinals into the playoff finals. Then following that match, we have myself. Yeah, nobody else dropped on. Following that, we have myself versus Dan, who had placed 4th ahead of me. He took my spot at the last little bit there. And so he's on the Western bracket, and I'm on, I ended up on that bracket because J-Wade beat Jay. So I'm going up against him this week. We have a pretty good back and forth between ourselves in battles, so hopefully, we'll see what happens there. Chat is definitely going to be dry today. But yeah, so we'll see what happens with that battle. It should be pretty friggin' cool. And then, as always, like I said, Kartana. Get your Kartanas. What the hell, Ashley? Anyway, so you can drop by, get your Magikarps for Kartanas. That being said, we'll kick right off into the stream here with the matches. Hang on. Boop, there we go. Matches. J-Wade being filled in for by Jordan, so he's using his team. God, just like maybe we'll have Steven join us. But so J-Wade wasn't able to play. Jordan's proxying his team. Aris filling in his spot like he's supposed to, and ready to play, ready to fucking maybe make it to his 3rd finals, maybe even win his 3rd finals. So he's definitely coming in hot. On his team, we have a Pokemon that's pretty much been on his team the entire year, Meowstic, doing really awesome shit. He's following that up. Well, that's a prankster, by the way. It's a supporting prankster role. It does have some pretty decent bulk. Not a whole lot, but like some decent bulk for doubles. And it's definitely a prankster supporter. It's really good. Has access to a whole bunch of moves. Following that up, we have the Zarina. Zarina is... Wait, that's not... Yeah, that's Zarina. Zarina is awesome with... Queenly Majesty, so cutting off all ability for priority on Jordan's part, and it's just also pretty bulky Pokemon that also has some decent support too. Actually, it's like really hard hitting physical attacker, decent supporting moves, and amazing ability in Queenly Majesty. We've seen a lot out of Azumarill this year. Azumarill, he's a great water fairy typing. Those two kind of pair up together pretty well too, because they kind of check each other's weaknesses a little bit. Grass being resistant to electric and water being resistant to fire, so they check each other's weaknesses fairly well too. Those two are really awesome. Azumarill hits really hard with huge power, has access to Aqua Jet, a bunch of other really hard-hitting physical water moves, as well as physical play rough, fairy move. A bunch of really good options for him there. Can run that belly drum set. That's pretty awesome. And that's just bringing up his first three. Sorry, I'm paying attention to the guys in the chat. Then we have Tornadus, Fairy or Standard form, the Genie form. That's a really awesome Pokemon. We've seen a lot of good stuff from it. The crazy thing about Arisa's team is like he had a little bit of a weak team going after midseason, but then he really turned it around. I mean, he snagged Aegislash and Greninja, both of which had Asterisk previously. Neither had Asterisk after the playoff. I mean, after midseason. So he snagged them either right before or right after midseason. And then he has 2 Genies total on his team. He has Landorus Genie and Tornadus Genie. Really awesome pair there. His whole team is just monstrous. I mean, he's got legendary upon legendary, high tier Pokemon upon high tier Pokemon. Reshiram and Aegislash bringing up the end of his team there. Reshiram, the Fire God, we saw on Speakman's team all year, and finally Speakman let it go. Re-snagged it for Victini, who I ended up snagging. And then Aegislash, we all know what Aegislash does. He's a great Pokemon. He has King Shield, which can reduce physical hits by 1 stage of attack, too, if he gets physically damaged. And then he has Stance Change. So when he uses King Shield, he turns into Shield form. When he uses an attack, he turns into Blade form. It's basically switching his defense and offense. He has access to a bunch of fucking great moves like Shadow Sneak, all kinds of really good shit. And he's a great typing with Ghost Steel typing. So he's immune to fighting, and he's also can't be faked out. He's got a bunch of really cool stuff about him. So Aegislash is a great Pokemon. Jordan filling in for J-Wade, bringing in Tapu Fini, which is one of J-Wade's just OG Pokemon. He loves that Pokemon. Drifbloom, we haven't really seen J-Wade use that. I've never seen Jordan really use that Pokemon, so that'll be interesting to see. And then Blaziken, following up those two, that's a speed boost Blaziken. I mean, it's going to be able to do all kinds of really awesome hard-hitting moves, as well as bust up at speed a whole bunch. So that's going to just be a really great Pokemon for him in this round. Lugia also did a lot of work this year. I think it had hit or misses. For the most part, it's been on a lot of losing teams, unfortunately. But we'll see how that ends up today versus a Reese. Donphan is a Pokemon that J-Wade has used a few times, sometimes to great success. Yeah, I'm just alone, bro. You're all gone. Where are you at, bro? He's used that to great success a couple times. We'll see how he uses it this time. I'm going to start doing those giveaways for you guys. And Trevenant bringing up the rear there. Great Ghost Grass type. He has access to Harvest, which is a pretty great ability for berry usage. He's pretty hard-hitting physical attacker. And nobody wants. Well, I didn't really announce Kartana, so nobody even knows to look for it. Let's just do random giveaways. Screw it, Zach's not here, right? What do we got? You want a Raikou? All right, I got you. So we're gonna go ahead and kick off this match here in a second, just for the sake of getting it out of the way, because again, I am alone right now. Sucks for me. Anyway. Ooh, Raikou. First trade always fails for some reason. I guess I don't have to wait for other people to start it off, so let's kick it off, guys. Reese versus Jordan filling in for J-Wade, so this is going to count as a J-Wade win or loss, depending on how it goes for the official long-term records. As we saw, we're leading a Meowstic and Zarina lead versus a Tapu Fini and Drifbloom lead. Not super big fan of the lead on Jordan's part. I don't really know what it's supposed to do, but we'll see in a second here what's going on. I mean, he sets up that. Okay, so he sets up the Misty Field and then Misty Seed busts off, boosting that special defense on Drifbloom. Drifbloom busts off a Shadow Ball, hitting Meowstic for a good amount of damage, actually. and lowering its special defense, so that Meowstic is pretty weak in the water right now. Oh, hey, Moonblast following it up, taking him out. One shots the Meowstic. We don't got to worry about that anymore. However, Zarina here is still a pretty big threat. She's going to come in with a U-turn, do not that much to the Drift Bloom, but then he's going to get a free switch out of it, bringing in the Reshiram, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, boom, Reshiram coming in. Now he gets a standard switch for losing his Meowstic. Sucks for him, again, but, you know, he's got some decent stuff. Bringing in Azumarill. Jordan swapping out Driftbloom for Trevenant. I guess he was anticipating some type of attack on him. Going in for the Muddy Water, I guess, trying to hit neutral on the Reshiram. It does alright, but it's just, you know, since he's a Dragon type, he has neutral damage to that. The Trevenant lucks out and dodges a Heat Wave. Doesn't do much damage to Tapu Fini at all. Play Rough hits the Tapu Fini pretty friggin' hard and kills it. So, already off to a bad start. 1-1 on both sides. Donphan coming in to support him. I guess he's trying to get this ground typing of versus the Reshiram up, which he's immediately going to switch. I mean, that's pretty predictable. I hope that he did something, you know, kind of to counter that. You know, he's doing a double switch here. I think bringing in the Tornado, Queenly Majesty, Zarina, and the Tornado, so that the Earthquake's not going to do really shit. But I guess anticipating that, he went for the Head Smash and takes out Tornadus in one spot. That's pretty fucking awesome, man. I'm a big fan of that Donphan. Donphan gets hit with the damage recoil. It's not a whole heck of a lot, so, you know, I wouldn't trip about it. Woodhammer actually does a decent amount to Zarina, despite the fact that she's Grass type as well. And then we get to see Aegislash come out. Neither of these Pokemon pose much of a threat to Aegislash. I guess the ground typing could do decent to the Steel, but we'll see what happens there. Swapping out Trevenant for Driftbloom. Tapu Bulu? I don't know, man. He goes for the Head Smash again. Doesn't quite do the job on Zarina. That would have been awesome if he had done it, or if he hadn't switched, if he had attacked it with with his other Pokemon, Trevenant. I mean, Donphan definitely would have died, but he probably could have killed it or done something else to the Aegislash that turn. Who knows? You know. Bringing in Blaziken, I guess, for the fire typing versus him. He already got a Swords Dance off, though, so that Pokemon is fucking stacked. It's dangerous. You gotta get it out of the way as soon as fucking possible. King's Shield, definitely a safe play by Reese there. If he did decide to go for a physical contact move, it wouldn't have done shit. Shadow Ball gets blocked. Blaziken busts off an Earthquake. Doesn't affect Driftbloom. It's gonna hit Azumarill for not that much, unfortunately. Right? I'm not mistaken? Yeah, really not that much at all. Tapu Bulu. Can I give these out? No, fuck. Sorry, bud, you're fucked. Alright, Speed Boost goes off, but it doesn't really matter with that Oh, I definitely would have gone for an offensive move here and not protected, but I guess Aqua Jet would have done a big chunk of his life there, and he could have done a Shadow Sneak killing the Blaziken, but instead, he's going to Shadow Sneak and go ahead and fucking kill the Driftbloom. I guess, you know, Aqua Jet might have killed the Blaziken depending on the typing. I mean, the distribution of stats and stuff, but I don't know. I just didn't see that happening. Definitely would have gone offensively out there, because otherwise you just fucking switched it in for no reason. There he goes. Aqua Jet does kill in one hit, so it wouldn't have mattered. Pokemon's dead. Kyogre, we can give that one of those. Shadow Sneak. Both ghost types take a OHKO to this boosted Shadow Sneak. Really not much Jordan can do once he got that Swords Dance off. That's one of the things about Reese. Like, if he's going to boost, he's going to boost smart and quickly, and then once it's done, you're already at a disadvantage. The Ghost type with the Shadow Sneak boost still can do a lot to Lugia. Obviously, multi-scale is a little bit of a problem, but you don't have to worry too much about that. Shadow Sneak comes out. Even with the multi-scale and the bulk, it does, you know, a good quarter of his damage. Psychic coming out on the Reshiram does not much at all. Really fucking sucks. And I guess this Lugia has leftovers, so yeah, I wouldn't have protected either. Just let it happen. Shield form for King Shield. Does Reshiram do the dirty? Do the deed? Come on, take him out. Take him out, bro. Take him out. You got this. Blue Flare. Blue Flare is an awesome move. I love how it looks. And it always has a chance to burn. Will the burn be enough? It doesn't matter now at this point. Even though the burn isn't enough because of leftovers. Without leftovers, it definitely would have been. Shadow Sneak is just going to murder it. That's the end of that match. First round between Jordan and Aris filling in for Jay Wade there goes to Aris with a clean 4-0, I believe. Sorry, Jordan. He's not two-time champ for nothing. I really liked that match. We're not really doing MVPs so much in playoffs. But if we were, I mean, I would say easily the Aegislash did like all the work there. So we'll go on to the next match between those two. We've got Aris versus Jordan in this match. This is really cool. So, I mean, look how stacked his team is. You're seeing the Tapu Lele there, Reshiram, Landorus, you know, normal form, the genie form or whatever, incarnate, whatever the fuck they call it. We've got his Genesect, Tornadus, both of those Pokemon, Landorus and Tornadus, doing crazy shit. And then we have Greninja. Spoiler alert, this is Ash Greninja. I know because I watched the match. So this is a really great Pokemon. Greninja in general, I mean, with Protein and Battle Bond, has so many options for the trainer to really do cool shit. Just a reminder to people who are watching, if you want this Cardano, you can drop a Magikarp into GTS asking for a level 100 Kartana, and we will send it out to you. Jordan trying to do what he can with the Pokemon that he has available to him through Jay-Wade's team. So he kind of put, you know, he slapped some stuff together here. Lugia, I'll give that away. He's got his Aromatisse backing up Tapu Fini in the lead. Between those two leads, it's like, I guess whoever's slower is going to get the last say on the terrain set there. So we'll see who that is in a second here. Ooh, which Lugia is this? Can't give that one away. Can't give that one away. Oof, there we go. Give that one away. Alright, so we'll see who sets the terrain. Aromatisse is just a general bulky Pokemon. I mean, you guys know I love her. She can bust off a sweet, sweet Moonblast, but mostly it's the fact that her teammates cannot be taunted. They can't be stopped from doing whatever they're going to do. So she's a really good support Pokemon. Heatran backing those two up. Probably Air Balloon, I guess. I mean, there's not many options with Heatran as far as items go. You definitely got to keep that Pokemon alive if it's going to do any damage. His standard Kyurem base also backing those two Pokemon up. Kyurem base, while it has a lot of weaknesses, it also has a great move pool with a lot of power behind it. So, I mean, it can do a lot of stuff there. Lugia coming in again. Finally coming up on the tail end, we have the Persian Alolan form. Persian Alolan with access to Fake Out and a couple other really cool moves like Parting Shot. In general, is just a really great Pokemon. So let's go ahead and see if Jordan can bring this to a round 3. We're skating by today, guys. We're skating by. Without commentators, we can't really talk a lot of shit, unfortunately. There's nobody to talk shit to. Except for, you know, the players playing. Jordan, you should have done better that last round, bro. I'm just kidding. Thank you for filling in for Jay Wade. So Reshiram and the Lele lead, followed by Fini and the Aromatisse lead. I guess that's pretty strong against the Reshiram. The Reshiram has to, like, switch or protect. Psychic Surge goes out first, so Fini is probably going to set here. Oh, Psychic Seed went ahead and busted off. Go ahead and set up its its special defense boost there, and then Misty Terrain busts off, changing the field. I thought that was pretty cool. In true J-Wade style, Aris busts off a Calm Mind with his Lele. Now that Lele has a special attack and 2 special defense boosts there, it's just awesome. It's going to be really fucking hard to take down. Earth Power does a lot to the... I can't help but assume like Blue Flare might have killed then if Earth Power did that much. But the Moonblast comes out after he sets up a screen and does a decent bit. With being Dragon Fire, it actually kind of does neutral with Fairy, so unfortunately there's not a whole lot there offensively on this lead versus Reshiram. I take back what I said about him having to switch or protect. And then he brings back Aromatisse, assuming that it's going to get hit and killed really early on. He brings out Shadow Lugia. That is Lugia from XD, Gale of Darkness. I know, because I made it. Even with the boost, the Dazzling Gleam does nearly nothing to those 2 Pokemon. He sets up Reflect, so now he has both screens up. Pretty bulked up, but, I mean, even with that... Oh, hey! Coming out with a Z move here. Who's got it? I think it's Z Electric on the... Oh, wow. Lugia's going to use Z Electric. Gigavolt Havoc on who? Since he's a special attacker, maybe that really boosted special defense on Lele is not going to be great, right? No, oh, he did it anyway. So Lele is going to go ahead and eat that Gigavolt Havoc. If he had like a flying move or like even Z flying, I mean, I know it does neutral damage to Genesect, but like he probably could have one-shotted that Genesect at least. And Psyshock, oh wow, even with the boost, it's not doing a whole lot there. Muddy Water not going to do much to either of these Pokemon, unfortunately. Nearly nothing to the Tapu Lele. And Shadow Lugia is just trying to put some damage on the board with a Hydro Pump. I mean, really, Jordan's just trying to stay alive here. Calm Mind again, why not? Fuck it, right? Gonna go ahead and get another boosted special attack, his special defense. Both of these Pokemon are special attackers. It's not gonna mean shit to that Tapu Lele. Nothing. Does nothing to it. Oh, hey, accuracy fell though. That's something. Oh yeah, that is one thing. Jordan's saying he brought it for his Azumarill with the Z Electric there, but he ended up not seeing it. That's one thing you got to know between rounds here. I mean, obviously, Jordan, you didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this. Oh, he misses with it. You didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this match, but essentially, like, you got to have some teams ready, and if you're going up against this team, you can't assume a Pokemon's going to come again. I mean, you want to have, checks and balances for your Pokemon, but you can only do so much. I ended up bringing a attack that did super effective on a couple, Z move wise, by the way, sorry. I ended up bringing a Z move that could do super effective on a couple of dance Pokemon, but overall, it was mostly, hey, let's give away Shadow League special Pokemon. Okay, whatever. Overall, it hit everything else pretty much neutrally. So, I knew that it would be a strong move to bring in. You can bring a Z move anticipating particular Pokemon, but you want to also make sure that it hits a lot of things neutrally, or at least gets the stab bonus from the Pokemon that's using it. That's just shit that you fucking end up dealing with. Somebody sets up the rain. Dazzling Gleam from the Lele. Finny avoids it again. That accuracy drop is crucial keeping this Finny alive. Persian holds on by a Focus Sash. What's going on? Play rough. On who? Oh, the Lele finally kills it. All those boosts did a lot of damage to Jordan's team, but he did finally fucking kill that Pokemon. With the Rain Dance up, Muddy Water is going to be boosted up. And Tornadus takes a decent little chunk of damage there. Not so bad. Here's the fucked up part. That Persian's definitely going to die. Greninja with Battle Bond. Oh, hey, he switches it out. Greninja with Battle Bond is going to automatically change if it kills a Pokemon. It brings in an Aromatisse. Greninja hits Mat Block up, basically protecting both of his Pokemon from one hit. Unfortunately, because Tapu Fini is the only one that's going to attack here, that means Map Block's going to stop that. So Map Block protects both of his Pokemon. One thing to note about Map Block is Map Block actually does not have a priority boost like other protecting moves. A couple things about that: you can use it twice in a row, and because it doesn't have that priority boost, if you're faster than it, Map Block will fail on the first hit. But you know, you got to be faster than that other Pokemon. Now Battle Bond kicks off. I mean, this Pokemon is a fucking beast now. And Hurricane takes out the Tapu Fini finally. Tapu Fini put in a lot of work this round, but I mean, he couldn't save Jordan from moves that were just gonna be killing him like they were. Hey, giving out these Lugios. Alright, Persian coming in. Persian has access to Fake Out, so he can stop one of these Pokemon from doing something. But who's it gonna be? I would have picked Greninja myself, but go for it. Dark Pulse busts off on Kyurem, does a good amount of damage. Tornadus flinches. Kyurem sets up his substitute. Pretty awesome there. Once you get a substitute, you can basically eat a free fucking hit and go to town with some free move there. He brings back Ash Greninja for Landorus. One thing I do want to say that's fucking awesome about Ash Greninja, once it changes form, you can switch it out and it keeps its form. It's crazy. Play Rough hits the Landorus for a decent amount of damage, but because Kyurem's using Earth Power, it doesn't matter. It does not affect him. So, you know, that was just a really good switch on Arisa's part, and the Hurricane's going to take down the Persian. So there is no more chance of using Fake Out on his team. Earth Power is going to hit the Kyurem, take down the substitute if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, come on, right? Yeah, a Blizzard would have been sick here, dude. You probably could have hit both of them for dead, but you didn't. You hit Landorus, you killed it, and you did what you had to do, bro. I respect it. Landorus is a threat, and Landorus goes down again to an ice move in a one-shot scenario. He's been cursed by that all season. I mean, he's gonna die to any type of icicle in general, but still, like, he just keeps getting shit on by that. Rain Dance comes out supporting the Scald from Greninja there. Boom. And Map Block comes up to protect both of them. Basically a free turn for setup. Kyurem does Roost. Oh, hey! Gonna heal with a little bit of Roost there. Bringing him up by an extra 50% of his full HP. Heat Rain uses Heat Wave. Oh man, the Map Block not only eats it, but the rain wouldn't have fucking made a difference. Like, he wouldn't have been able to do shit, unfortunately. Scald hits Heat Rain and almost fully kills it. Aris goes for a Z move here. This is all out pummeling, right? Is that it? The fighting one? Yeah, all out pummeling. As you guys can see, I am giving away random Pokemon right now, but if you want the Kartana, you can drop a Magikarp onto GTS asking for a Kartana and we'll send it out to you. Kyurem after the Roost takes a one-shot to the Z move. Unfortunately, nothing he can do about that. Heat Ran's Dark Pulse gonna kill Tornadus, so at least he got that Tornadus out of there, man. It's unfortunate. Oh, hey, one of my fellow commentators joining us.
What up? What up? What up?
What up? So we're gonna. You can join us on the last two matches because they're about to come up. Heatran goes down to a Scald, a Rain Scald from the Ash Greninja. Really, not much he could do there. It's over. Aris defeats Jordan, aka J-Wade. That was a much closer match, and Jordan did really good, but at the end of the day, Aris's team is just really stacked. I don't even think J-Wade could have done any better. I mean, J-Wade's kind of still an amateur at doubles, unfortunately, so, like, it would have been hard for him to do better.
I wouldn't say go that far. I just think Jordan didn't really even know like the team like before.
I'm not talking about Jordan. I'm talking about J-Wade.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm just saying like J-Wade might have been able to play his.
Oh, you fucking come in now. You guys just come in at the tail fucking end, huh?
Listen. I told you ahead of time. That
No, I knew you were gonna be late, but it's like Zach had hit me up. If you guys told me you'd be around 7, I would have pushed it back. But whatever.
Listen.
To be fair, it's not like I knew when I was gonna get back. They were like, "Let's go to Glory Days."
Oh
Listen,
yeah.
in my defense, we usually start the battles at like 6:50ish anyway.
I would have loved to start them at 6:50 if fucking.
I checked the stream at 6:40. I was on campus and I cooked it over here. I was like, oh snap.
Yo, that's my fault, man. If I had known, I would have tried to pontificate a little bit longer.
To be fair, it's like a holiday. It is Cinco de Mayonnaise. You should have expected this.
Yo, first of all, why Dan trying to dodge his commentary this week?
Because he got his ass.
No, we're not to that part of the match yet.
Oh, Zach.
That match is actually next, so we'll talk about.
Retract what I said.
We've got myself versus Dan coming up here. What's up, commentators? It's good to have you guys back.
Yeah.
I got Jay with me again.
I see why I'm here.
And
to ruin the stream.
Interrupting as usual, we got Zach.
You're welcome.
Welcome back. As soon as you guys fucking show up, mad viewers show up too.
I mean, that's the effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why we have commentators. That's why we have commentators. You guys saved me from commentating the whole match by myself.
Oh man,
Except for
they were. It was probably just as bad as season 1.
Honestly, not like. I was pretty on point, but it was just about the match. Like there wasn't a lot of joking going on because there wasn't really anything to bounce off of.
Yo, every time I start a new character, I just drop.
Hey,
that's fair.
Hey, you shut your goddamn friends up.
Drop.
Excuse me, I'm hanging out with my friends. They can be as loud as they want.
What?
Yes.
Why are you on the stream then? Get the fuck off.
Okay. Oh, okay. You want me to get out of here?
Like,
you want me to get out of here? I'm not welcome anymore.
How about the Discord, bro? With your loud ass friends.
Wow. Rude ass.
I'm the rude ass. We're live. You got fucking people in the background.
This guy's Zach, man.
Yeah. Man, who invited this guy?
Well, I did.
Man.
Anyway,
exactly.
we got round 1 of me versus Dan. So I have way more to talk about with this match than I do for the previous match because I actually had a lot more to do with this match because it's mine. So what's up?
I'm sorry for interrupting you. Which match is the first one?
It literally says round 1 and round 2 on there.
Oh, okay. I don't see it, but I'm like blind, so it's okay.
Well, all right.
I'll figure it out.
Okay. All right. So I actually fucking for the first time even in playoff history. I made 3 full teams for this one, and I actually, for the first time in the entire season, I made my teams like on Wednesday and Thursday. Like I made the first 2 teams on Wednesday. I made the last team on Thursday.
Dan, I actually like your new look. I like your new look.
Ooh, dogs.
Yeah, you're like Golden Boy.
Golden Boy.
So that's Dan. You can hear in the background there, dodging the commentary. But we got myself coming up here. I made 3 fucking teams. They were all ready, and they all had different strategies. And
are you ever going to join the commentary team back? Okay, good.
He just took the week off, man. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. I mean, it's Cinco de Mayonnaise.
Zach, if you could maybe put yourself on mute when you talking to your friends, good sir. Come on,
it is a little distracting from the
Well, I don't know. It's not like I have a push to talk option on here.
What? There is an option for that.
No,
Come on, bro.
No, I don't have it on this mic.
All right. So check it out. I forgot what this person was asking for giveaways. Let's see. Let's go back. He wants a Latias. Oh, hey, what up, bro? Damn it, man! You're gonna bring those in here. All right. So, Jesus, Zach.
Do you want me to
I'm
tap
sorry.
out?
If you don't mind, I'm sorry. It's cool. Hang out with your friends, but it's just you guys are having fun. You know what I mean? But the streamers can hear it.
You're welcome.
All right, I appreciate it, Zach. Thank you for coming. We will see you next week.
Peace, bro.
I'm going to destroy you next week.
All right, bro. Well, spoiler, no spoiler.
I don't know, man. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I fucking made 3 teams for this guy. You were kind of saying it last week, Jay, and when I was looking at it, if you really think about it, like my team versus his team, like my team matched up really fucking good against his team. It just was
Right.
It was just an unfortunate matchup for him, honestly, because like my fucking team just had answers for all of his Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I was feeling pretty confident coming in this, but I was trying not to feel too confident because I felt really confident when I was going to fight you. The last week of the series there, and then I ended up losing. So I was trying not to feel like it was in the bag, but I was feeling really confident against him. Like I said, we had I basically had answers for all his Pokemon with my Pokemon. It just was what it was.
Right.
This team I'm leading, as you can see, I got Zeraora and Hitmontop. They're 2 of my faves. I got Hitmontop from Jordan. One of the cool things you'll notice about some of my Pokemon on these teams this week is, like, for instance, Victini's name is Kid Sid. Hitmontop's name is Herrera.
Right.
So they're named after the Pokemon, the trainers that I got them from, basically, except Kid Sid just happens to be a nod to OG commentator Steven. Steve-O. So I got 2 Fake Outers in this one, although it's important to note with the access to 3 Fake Out Pokemon on my team, like, don't always assume the Pokemon I'm bringing is going to have Fake Out, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm bringing, these 2 definitely do have Fake Out, though, and I'm bringing them. So they're coming in, and then I got a Veltal backing it up. I thought he might bring Rain, so this Yveltal actually has Hurricane to abuse that. But even without Rain, I have Victini there with Victory Star, which that ability actually raises the accuracy of all the Pokemon on my team. So quite a few of my Pokemon have not 100% accurate moves because of that.
Right.
Superior coming up in the back, just doing his thing. You know, it's the same type of contrary boost hitter that it's been already. And then I'm bringing in my Gastrodon as a bulk support Pokemon. Gastrodon, honestly, dude, like, especially after this round, like, Gastrodon's fucking becoming one of my favorite Pokemon for sure. It's just super bulky and has lots of options. And then Victini has crazy move pool, crazy options, and its general stats are 100 across the board, so I can really take it wherever I want to go with it.
Gotcha.
This one's a Choice Scarf Victini. Do you want to talk about Dan's team?
Yeah, man. So, I think Dan was trying to go for mostly some type of, tailwind support, because he does have the Vigavolt, he does have the Buzzwole. They're not, the fastest. They're probably one of the slowest Pokemon we have in, like, our current meta. So somebody was probably trying to get up some type of tailwind to support them, but they both could take hits extremely well. So, I mean, them being out there isn't like, it's not a disadvantage, but with Tailwind up, it definitely helps way more just because Vigavolt hits extremely hard, as does Buzzwole. He leads with the Crocodile, I'm assuming, because he probably expected you to go maybe like Hitmontop, Incineroar, Zeraora, just get like that -1 on one of those 3.
Yeah.
The Tornadoes probably has Hurricane, U-Turn. Tornadoes is actually extremely bulky and it's really fast too. Its special attack is also decent. I think it's like base 110, so it can hit really hard. I think it was mostly there probably for Tailwind if he has a chance, because again, Tornadoes is really fast, so it's probably going to get it up quicker. He has the Liepard, probably Prankster with like some Fake Out and some more support moves. I remember
Encore is really dangerous on that Pokemon.
And Encore, right? I was talking to Zach, and he was like, dude, do you think Dan should bring Z Grass on the Liepard for something like a Gastrodon? And I was like, hell yeah, like why not? Like it worked before on Mamoswine, and I'm like, might as well try it for Gastro. So I don't know if he brought it. I don't think he brought it. I think this is the match I saw, and I didn't see it pop off. Also Buzzwole hits extremely hard, extremely bulky. If it gets a couple kills on the board, the Beast Boost with the attack is a little scary, but I feel like on your team you have things that could like if you get to Beast Boost, like you could just send out, like say like Hitmontop or like Incineroar. Well, you don't have Incineroar this match, but then that just like cancels out Beast Boost.
Yeah, exactly.
Nagdano, when Dan made this move, I was a bit unsure about it myself. I forgot what he dropped. I think it was like he dropped Giratina for it, and I was a bit skeptical about it. But I mean, it's
I
in singles.
I would have kept Giratina. I'm sorry, that just would have been my call.
No, I agree. I probably would have done the same thing. Like, it's a great Pokemon in singles, especially when it gets going. It's extremely fast. It hits really hard, but it's also extremely frail. And then in like a meta like doubles, where it's like Earthquake, when you target, double targeting is a thing. I just felt like something a bit more bulkier going into playoffs probably would have helped him a bit more.
Yeah, that Pokemon. Excuse me. Giratina not only has a lot of bulk, but it has some decent offensive options too, and it has cleanup options in the form of like Shadow Sneak and stuff. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that Phantom Force hit through Protect, right?
Yes, sir.
Like that Pokemon, I would have kept Giratina going into the playoffs, specifically because like his placement. You want that bulk. He already had a bunch of really good hitters on his team. With that bulk, it would have been way hard to take him down. But I'm ready to kick this match off if you are.
Yes, sir.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. So I led Zerara and Hitmontop. Obviously, there's an option for double fake out there. So there's also an option for the counter at double protect.
Gotcha.
I was definitely just wanting to at least get an Intimidate out on whatever came and go from there. Krookodile is weak to fighting too, so that would have been a great thing. Even if I got hit with a Intimidate, it wasn't that big a deal. Although both of these are physical attackers, so when that happened at first, I was like, fuck,
Right.
Oh man. So both Intimidates go off. Now I know Krookodile is definitely faster than my Hitmontop. That's just what it is. He goes for the Protect. I go for the Fake Out on him, being like, I'm gonna fake out somebody. So I figured, and my logic behind that move was that like his Vikavolt was not gonna OHKO anybody, and if the Krookodile was to bust off, the Fake Out would have stopped it because it was definitely faster than Hitmontop, and then Hitmontop would have just cleaned it up with a close combat.
Right.
And then I was thinking he was going to use Earthquake, so I went with Wide Guard here.
I remember I was watching this match, and I thought that he was actually going for like maybe like a discharge something, but then I remembered I think Zerora has like Lightning Rod or
it has Volt Absorb.
One of the two,
for sure,
Volt Absorb, right?
It would have healed him for sure if he was damaged.
Oof, that crit hurts, man.
Yeah, it does. So I go ahead and bring out my bird. I'm like, all right, I got to get rid of this loss in attack, and I got to go ahead and get an offensive on both of these Pokemon. The bird checks both of them with his flying typing, especially Buzzwole. It could easily get one-shotted, but it was dangerous because here comes this lunge. Does a shit ton.
Right.
Luckily, this is a special attacking Yveltal, so I don't got to worry about it. And I switched into Yveltal to that position knowing he wouldn't hit Thunderbolt on that position.
Right.
Blue Fair busts off and just OHKOs that Victini. I mean, that
Sheesh.
Yeah, yo. Fucking Victini's the man, yo.
Yeah, man. That thing's super powerful if it has like the right moves and the right set.
I thought he was going to protect first, too, because of my flying typing. So I just went ahead and fucking set up Tailwind. And he ended up killing Victini because of that, but whatever, now I'm starting to think, in this part of the match, like, he might not have Protect on that thing.
Right. He probably has, Assault Vest or something on it, just so it takes the special attacking hits.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm sitting there like, alright, let me go ahead and drop its Beast Boost, I can get a Fake out, and then I can control this match. I think that Pokemon doesn't have fucking... Protect, so I think I use my Z move here. And here's what's interesting about that. I'm pretty sure I used my Z move, if I'm not mistaken. Fake Out, hits Bird Person, that dude can't do shit, and yeah, I go for my Z move. So I
went for the Z.
I went for Z Flying because it it hit a bunch of shit hard, and it hit most shit neutral. So I get the stab on it. It's Z Hurricane too, so it's like 180 base power. Just a really powerful hit. And this is why I was saying when you guys were talking about the Seed Bomb, this is why Seed Bomb wouldn't have worked, because both times that it's out here, I hit it hard, but it has Focus Sash. Without Focus Sash, it just would have got OK'd.
Right.
So like Z-Grass would not have helped his Lipard in this scenario. I was gonna sucker punch it, trying to get that little kill off. He encores me after I sucker punch, so fuck it, like whatever. And then Bird Person sets up Tailwind. Sucker punch also getting the boost from Dark Aura here.
Right, and at this point, I think you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, I'm fucking golden here.
You're in a really good spot. So like, the light part dies like with one hit, and then it's like I don't think Tornadoes could handle Evital. One-on-one scenario, that Hurricane did a lot.
Yeah, he hit with a crit.
It was a crit, but I mean that did a lot.
It did, yeah. And he busts off a U-turn, obviously. Or no, I'm sorry, that was a foul play. Does nothing almost. And I trigger a berry with a Dark Pulse. I was pretty salty about that.
I was pretty surprised Dan actually went for the Evital. But the foul play, like, instead of him on top, only just because you've been you've been using, right? Yeah, that's true. But I mean, at that point, Evital is more of like the bigger threat.
Check it out. Survived by one fucking HP. Goodness. 1 HP, right? And then I trigger a berry. Crazy. Fuck it, man. Seed Bomb would have killed, though.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But I mean, Gastrodon itself is just like a tank. Like it just eats hits. Oh no, this Ice Beam, bro.
Yep, and now I'm good. Like I know I'm good, so I can kill I can kill that Lipard with the Voltol if I want. If he moves it, whatever comes in is getting hit. Like, and then he's gonna protect with that thing, so I can Ice Beam it at my leisure, basically now.
Yeah, you're definitely in a great spot right now. I think right here you went for the Ice Beam on the.
Yeah, because I was thinking he was gonna. I was thinking he was gonna swap it out, and I was safe to attack there with that Gastrodon, and he just happened to switch it in with a Dragon.
No, that's smart because I'm like this goes back to what we were talking about earlier with like how Nagano's just so frail.
Yeah,
like it can't it hits really hard. I'm pretty sure the Thunderbolt's gonna kill.
Yeah,
but it can't take a second.
Yeah, it can't stop it, and he gets the Beast Boost, but now Gastrodon's just gonna kill it. Like, it's fucking over.
Especially since, like, Gastrodon isn't the craziest, like, attacker either.
Dude, not at all. And I don't even have... I have, like, no special attack investment in that. Like, that's how frail he is. Here I was a little salty because I love Superior, and like my Superior keeps getting fucking attacked, man. Keeps getting murdered. Intimidate, bust off Contrary just fucking sets me up with a little stage of attack for no reason. And Morningstar hits him with the Leaf Storm. It's not gonna kill the Crocodile, unfortunately. Oh wait, no, it does. I'm sorry.
It does. Oof! Wow. Yeah.
I get the special attack boost. Crocodile goes down in one shot. At this point, Dan's definitely tilting. And Lund. Well, I'm just saying. I know I would be if in his position. Like when your Pokemon gets one shotted, you're like fuck. And then the Lund.
I mean, I expected him to protect right there. I thought
that would have been a good play.
I thought either the Scold or the Leaf Storm was going to come in the direction of the Crocodile. So I would have protected. And then
what's up with what's up with these crits, man?
I don't know, bro.
Crits all day.
And then right here, when I was watching this match, I was a bit surprised. I thought Dan was gonna fake out. I think he faked out. What was it? He faked out the Gastrodon, I think.
He fakes
went
out
for Hitmontop. Yeah. Or was it the other way around?
He fakes out the Hitmontop because I would have.
Yeah, he fakes out the Hitmontop, right? Mm-hmm.
So he was just trying to get rid of this fucking Gastrodon, and almost does it.
Right. I feel like if he would have just faked out Gastro, it wouldn't have gotten the move off, and then Hitmontop can't really do anything to Buzzwole. Well now it can because it's Sucker Punch. But I feel like after the fake out and then going for like lunge, it probably would have killed it.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Lipard has a decent chance to like
Do some shit. Yeah.
That foul play,
now it's
it
over.
did decent. Yeah, it's pretty much game right there, and that's game one right there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he
Good job.
probably could have turned it, like you're saying, if he had done the fake out on the Gastrodon, then my fake out would have hit Buzzswole or whatever, done like almost nothing, and then the Gastrodon would have flinched, and then he could have lunged the Gastrodon for KO on the next turn, and I wouldn't have been able to kill him with a Sucker Punch. And then fucking Zeraora was my last Pokemon. Zeraora would have come out. Zeraora was already at half HP. It would have been Zeraora and Hitmontop. Like, he could have won in that round right there. But he went for a different call, and, you know, it happens. Actually, you know what? I think I might have been faking out I think I was trying to fake out... Actually, I wasn't even trying to fake out. What I did, it's crazy. I fucking used Sucker Punch that round on Lipard. Just I was trying to see, would Sucker Punch go before fake out, and like I Sucker Punched the Lipard just in case, because if I went first, I would have fucking killed the Lipard. It would have been over anyway. But I ended up not going first, and I got faked out, and it was cool. And then I fucking almost killed the Larry Lobster with that Scald. It was over. Like, that whole game was just, by that point, it was over, unfortunately, but he played a really good round, and I didn't have a lot of room to go there.
That's pretty much how I expected, like, this whole Saturday to go. As I was talking about earlier, I did feel like your team matched extremely well with his, so I feel like if Dan didn't make the perfect plays, like, he played really well, but just, you know, there's I thought a couple moves were questionable in terms of, like, not in-game play, but outside. I don't really like the pickup of Nagana again. I just feel like in this series, because your team is also really bulky.
If he had Giratina, I probably would have lost that round.
Maybe. Who knows, man?
Because I basically, like, killed the Ganondorf without him doing anything. And Giratina would have been still out there, you know, like, living it up. But, you know, that's the thing about ifs, ands, and buts, man. You can't live in that world because it could be anything. But that brings us to round 2. So, like, after that, Dan was super tilted. And he was like, man, you know, like, I don't know. I don't even feel like I want to do this next one. I was like, come on, man, like, I actually really wanted to play it in general, not because I was, like, on the winning end, but because, like, I made 3 fucking teams, and I wanted to try them out, you know? Like, I really wanted to try them out. And so, in this round, you see all 3 fake outers. Not all of them have fake out, so I just go ahead and spoil that there. Victini is a different set this time, and I'm leading double fire, and he's bringing his Rain Core, so... already crazy lead, but I had a lot of answers there. So in my mind, I was like, listen, obviously Zeraora may have been a better fake out option, but if he wasn't out there, whatever. I was like, I'm gonna bring in my fucking Incineroar, get an Intimidate off. If he leads Rain, I can fake out Kingdra and then fucking like one shot it with Victini. And then I don't have to worry about Kingdra. All I'd have to worry about would be Politoed in that transaction. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I was like, either way, if he doesn't lead Rain, I'm already golden. If he leads Rain, then I can fucking go ahead and take Kingdra out without any problems and fucking just call it a day. So I was really excited about that possibility, but he ended up not leading that anyway. The really cool thing is this match. I can't even say it. I'll say it later. I brought in Clefable to support them with his unaware ability as well, so I could just straight up fucking ignore whatever stat boost the opposing Pokemon got, and just do my own thing. It's a bulk bitch, and it hits with some pretty good... It has basically access to like every elemental type you want. So it's just a really good Pokemon to have on your team. It can heal. It can do follow me support. It's just awesome.
Gotcha.
Slowbro, this Slowbro is named Roselle. And Slowbro with Regenerator is just awesome. It has access to shit like Slack Off for healing too. And then it has a really good move pool, and it can pivot really well. So it supports my team in a whole lot of ways. I wanted to note that I had Victini and Slowbro and Clefable here to eat moves, fighting moves that would do big damage to like Incineroar, and flying moves that would be big damage to like Hitmontop and shit like that. Like they were just there to eat those hits and then help my whole team pivot. So this whole team's about pivoting, and that's why this round's actually a little bit longer, because I switch out like a shit ton in this match. Because it's just a pivot team. It's what it's all about, you know?
Right.
You already know what Hitmontop does, pretty much, and Zeraro's just doing what Zerara does. You could take Dan for sure.
Yeah, man. So Dan goes into round 2 with, combination of, well, not a combination, a rain team. He has the Kingdra and the Politoed in the back. Politoed is extremely bulky. And it's a great support Pokemon. I remember I was even doing like some pickup matches with like some people in the league, and thing gets like Encore, gets Icy Wind. It's also extremely bulky too. It could take a lot of hits. Kingdra's probably there to come in towards the end, just to probably once some of the damage is done, come in with the rain. It gets the speed boost, so swim. Come in and just clean up some kills. Kingdra hits decently well, and it's a pretty cool Pokemon on the rain. He has Tornadus there. Also gets benefit from the rain with the Hurricane. The Hurricanes don't miss in the rain, as we all know. As I said last match, Tornadus extremely fast, hits decently well, and also it's pretty bulky. It's not like the craziest bulk, but it could take maybe like 2 or 3 hits.
Yeah, it could take some hits. I mean, it ate that Ice Beam earlier. Like it's a good Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the Tapu Bulu here. Tapu Bulu hits really hard. Its physical defense is really good. Special defense could use a bit of work. Maybe Dan has some Assault Vest on it. Now I'm just 100% sure. With the grassy terrain, it does get, everyone gets the increase in HP towards the end of the round. I like Tapu Bulu in this matchup, but at the same time, you do have a lot of good fire types, Ian, on your team.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you don't really have that much water. I was surprised I know you picked up Slowbro, but I think, is this the first time that like you've brought it?
Yeah, this is the first time in any match that I've ever used Slowbro.
Mm-hmm. So I like Bulu, but I probably would have went a different call. But I mean, it's still a pretty good Pokemon. Then he has Liepard, Fake Out, Encore, extremely fast. Then he has Crocodile, probably running Intimidate, most likely. Last match, Crocodile didn't really do much. It got O-coded by the Leaf Storm, and then it got switched out on the first turn. So let's see if it does.
Yeah,
a bit more work this round, man.
All right, man, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Like I said, I led double fire lead, which like not only was it crazy, but it's also like there's no fucking way that you would think that I was gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like, and even if I did that and you did lead rain, you'd be super confident in that scenario. You'd be like, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna switch or something. Like, it's whatever. But I bring out my Incineroar and Victini, and he goes ahead. We exchange Intimidates just like the first round. And this actually kind of sucks for me because that is a physical Victini this time around.
Oof, right.
But we both get our Intimidates off. He fake outs my fake outer, and then I use U-turn to go ahead and get a little bit, like, first of all, reset my attack, and then also get a free pivot off.
Right.
Now I do a second Intimidate off by switching in my fucking Hitmontop with that U-turn. So boom, now even if he does an Earth move, it's not going to do that much at all.
Mm-hmm.
And he hits me with a knockoff. It does work, but it doesn't really do much at all. Figgy Berry goes away, whatever. He's 2 times lower in attack.
Right.
Now he's wanting to go rain.
Smart play, smart play.
So I was thinking, I'm just concerned about taking out the Crocodile, honestly. and he uses protect, so I end up fucking just doing double targeting, which I originally. Oh no, I don't this round. Okay, cool. Close combat hits the Polytoad for almost half HP, and basically just fucks it.
Yeah, that's great damage on something like Polytoad. I was surprised that did a lot. Like as much as it did.
Yeah.
Now it's in range where it's like depending on what hits it, it could definitely like just get
get fucked.
KO'd from there. Yeah, KO'd from there. He goes for the protect here. I'm assuming he's going for the Hurricane.
Well, he just swapped out.
Did he swap? Okay, right, he swapped.
And so the U-turn doesn't do much to Bird Person, but it lets me get my Incineroar out of this rain.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I'm like, oh, rain and a bird? Fuck it. Like, why
bring
not?
in the lightning, bro. Oh yeah, bring
right? Like, why the fuck not? And now I bring back out my other Intimidator. Now I got 2 Intimidates locked and loaded. This Pokemon can just eat whatever he's gonna bring out. He brings out his fucking Kingdra, which I'm like, great, you know. I thought he was gonna protect with that, and I was like, I'm not even targeting that, bro. I'm gonna hit the other thing.
The reeds. Look at the reeds.
I hit him with the smooth Chidori, but because it's neutral damage, it doesn't kill.
Whew. I mean, I don't think that Kingdra has a berry. Yep, that doesn't have a berry.
Nope.
And
I'm like, fuck
Aurora
that.
is fast as hell. Yeah, because even in the rain, I think it's still faster. Maybe.
I don't know, but I wasn't gonna risk it, so I protected so no damage would happen, and then I'm just gonna bust off a Dazzling Gleam to finish off that speed. You know, it's like it can't do shit now.
Right.
So free Dazzling Gleam hit both his Pokemon and just killed the Kingdra. So that's just out of my. I don't have to worry about it now. Nothing's outspeeding me now, except for this fake out.
So, I mean, but you do have the Dazzling Gleam on the table.
Exactly.
He probably has a sash on it. Oh, he actually went for the. Oh, Ian.
Yeah,
Ian,
and then
no.
he sashes.
Ian, what are you doing?
I'm doing what I gotta do, bro.
I respect it. I'm just surprised you didn't go for Plasma Fist. On the birds.
Well, I thought because he had done an attack last round, so he was open to protect. I didn't want to do Plasma Fist and do a protect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the rain's gone now. Fuck it. I can get an Intimidate off. You know, set up another fake out here. And that's my free switch because he killed my Marvin the Martian there. So now I got a fake out. I can murder that fucking cat if I want.
Hell yeah.
He brings in Crocodile. I already lost, by the way. I did 1 close combat. I lost a stage of close combat already.
Right.
And this is where I was kind of cursing myself because I did target Bird Person with an electric move. So the Crocodile's definitely going to eat that. But he brings in the Toad to try to scare me off of the electric. I fake out the Toad. The fire. I fake out the Toad. It does enough to basically put it right in Death's door. And I pull my cat out.
Yeah, a lot of this match is... since you guys both have a lot of physical attackers, so I'm switching, and I've always been a fan of these type of matches.
Yeah,
because you really tell like the thought process that goes in. You know, people are really thinking this close combat. Oh,
and that's my second. Kills. That's my second close combat with him. So he has 2 stages of defense and special defense dropped. So I was ready to die. I was like, he's about to die.
Definitely. I mean, at this point,
he targeted the wrong pawn.
At this point, I think you're in a really good spot. I think this round is pretty much done. He has 4 Pokemon left, but like Plasma Fist destroys Polytoad. He doesn't have the Kingdra anymore, so now he can't take advantage of the rain. He still has the Tornadus, but like you definitely have a bunch of answers for it. And then there goes Lifeguard right there. Let's make up.
And he goes for the Scald, trying to finally hit Zeraora if he was still alive. But because I have a water type out, it does like nothing. Bird Person comes out. It's still a lot of health there, and it could do a lot to my Hitmontop. So I thought he was going to target it. I thought he'd kill my Hitmontop.
Me
He
too.
fucking doesn't.
Oh no! Damn. I mean, he probably thought that you were probably gonna go for Protect or something.
Yeah, and I close combat the Politoed, and that's it for that Pokemon now. And then this, I got flashbacks to that time I was trying to use Oricorio's dancing ability, and Zach hit me with this shit.
What is this?
This is
what
Z
the hell
Ice.
is this? Z Ice.
Z Ice. So that, you know what that means for that bird.
Yeah, that thing's pretty. I've never seen like the pose for it. I feel like I've used it, but I've never paid attention to the pose. This move looks so cool. Holy shit!
It's just gigantic Giga Ice Beam, and Bird Person takes the L.
I think that's it, right? I
Yeah,
think
there's one Pokemon left.
One more Pokemon left.
Tapu Bulu. And guess what? I'm pretty sure the rain stops here. So he sets up the grassy seeds. Awesome. Cool for me. Whatever. Oh, the rain stops after this one. I go ahead and switch out both of my Pokemon, I'm pretty sure, because I want...
You want that 5-0.
That and like Slowbro has Regenerator, so just to kind of pad that up.
Ian said, "Fuck that! You're not killing anything."
And he hits both my fire types one of my fire types with a wood hammer, doing nothing. And guess what? Rain stops.
Rain. So my question is, are you gonna Flare Blitz or Blue Flare? Oh wait, but this is like
It's
a physical
one.
right?
So just like its whole goal, exactly what it represents, he's gonna protect, but you know,
I respected Dan.
right? Because the fake out would have guaranteed the kill anyway.
Here comes the V create,
Yeah. So like victory, man. I'm creating victory here, bro. Victini, take me home,
bro.
baby. Take me home,
Dan.
Victini.
Dan with the final protect, which is the ultimate sign of fuck you. To be honest.
Take me home! Recreate Oko.
That's it.
And that puts me into the semifinals versus Zach.
Good job, man.
Hell yeah.
Those were two good matches. Really.
They were pretty sweet.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to catch
Reese and Jordan's.
the Reese and Jordan.
Honestly,
how'd that
it was pretty cool. So Jordan could have done a couple better calls in the first round, but the second round, again, he probably could have done one or two better calls. But in the second round, he actually fucking did a lot to he could have maybe even won that round too. So that was really cool to see. But basically, Reese 2-0'd him.
Okay.
And then
that was kind of
2-0'd
expected.
him. Yeah.
No offense to Jordan, just because it's not his team. Really.
Dude, that and he didn't have any time to plan, and then Reese is Reese too. So like, I was literally saying to Zach, I was like, I mean, even if Jay Wade could have played, like, let's just be real, Reese is playing Mike next week. Like, that's
never know, man.
I mean,
Wade was putting in work.
I fucking didn't think he was gonna beat you for sure, bro. Like,
I mean, I thought he was gonna beat me. to be honest, but I mean, he's played Reese really like he beat Reese once. Reese probably wasn't taking that serious. But I'm like, when Reese was taking him serious, he still barely won. So I'm just like, I feel like it would have been a good series. I was really, really disappointed to see how
he just dropped that.
That sucks.
I really, honestly, now that you mention it, like, I was actually, now that I think about it, I was really excited to see that match too. Like, I wanted to see him fucking put in work. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I really wanted to see a 3-round match for Reese, even if Jordan played. But we just, I mean, he's a Reese, and then Dan, you could really tell in that last match that he was tilted. He was already in the losing mindset. You know what I mean? And
it definitely happens. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, yeah, it's cool.
It definitely happens. A lot of this game is like you could definitely have the perfect strategy, and then all of a sudden, like a crit, a status happens, and just completely throws everything off. And I know it's easy to be like, fuck this game. That's okay. It's just like, don't give up. Don't throw in the towel, especially if you have one more chance. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, the series wasn't over. That was just game one. This is the best out of two. So I'm like, even like even winning that game too, it would have boosted his confidence, and he probably would have played better going into a potential
Game 3. Yeah, Game 3, I would have been on tilt for sure. Because, I didn't, I don't know what the fuck he's going to have. If he beat me in Game 2, I would have been on tilt. And you know what I mean? Like, I would have been like, oh, fuck, like, pressure's on, shit's about to pop off. But it didn't go down like that, unfortunately, for Dan. But I ended up clinching it, and I'm happy to go against semifinals. Last year, fucking Jordan actually robbed my chance to fight Zach in semifinals. Bro, he double protected. He double protected, and then the poison killed Zapdos, and he fucking won, bro. Like, he robbed me. He robbed me.
He fucking robbed me.
So, finally, like, it was destined to be. I play Zach in semifinals next week.
How are you feeling about that, bro?
I'm fucking honestly, like, I'm pretty excited because I get to play him in. I haven't gotten to play him since the first week, and I have something to prove about that. He robbed me, or not him, but Jordan robbed me for the match last season when I wanted to play him in semifinals, and I'm pretty sure that I could have beaten Zach in semifinals last year, and he might not have even made it to playoffs.
That's a bold claim.
Hey, I'm just being real. So I'm gonna see.
I'm just being real.
We're gonna see if I can go ahead and shut down his finals chances this year. You know what I'm saying? Take what was mine from last year.
Here with the bold claims. He said I was robbed, and I could have taken him out. What?
Yeah, man.
Those are fighting words. Let me look at these teams again. I can't pick, man. To be honest,
we match up really well. Yeah, we match up.
You guys do match up really well. So if I had to pick, I think Ian. I think you have a really great team. I think. Yeah, you have a really great team. You're really bulky. And yeah, man, you have access to sand. That being said, I think Zach's going to win 2-1. I'm sorry.
Hey, I feel it.
Sorry.
I mean, you got to make your prediction. Honestly, I kind of feel like I'm going in trying to win, and I want to win, but I think that Zach, he's a more consistent player. Also, this sucks for me, but he's basically helped me, like, every week talk about my team, so, like, he intimately knows.
He has leaks, bro.
He intimately knows my team, like, down to all of my weaknesses. Like, he literally has a spreadsheet with all my weaknesses on it. Like, he's got all the tools to beat me. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm going on an uphill battle for sure. Although, if I beat him and Mike beats a Reese, I'm pretty sure I can take Mike. I don't think I can take a Reese. So
I was about to say, who do you have for that? Because I was thinking Mike.
Ooh, I'm gonna go Mike because that's who I want to win. Because
with the addition of, okay, actually, I don't know. Okay, go continue.
Dude, Ditto, man, Ditto alone is a huge threat on Mike's team. Specifically, even more so against Aris, because, like I was saying earlier in the stream, Aris has crazy Pokemon. He has 2 Genies. He's got Aegislash and Greninja. He's got, like, all of these Pokemon, plus his 3 fucking Astrus Pokemon that Ditto can just copy and turn the game around at any point, you know what I mean? I want Mike to win, not because I don't respect Aris, but because, Aris dropped out of last year's playoffs, right? He had a great team last year. He dropped out of last year's playoffs, and he basically gets to say, I would have won if I was there. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he basically gets to say that. So if he comes back and takes this year, it basically is like the one playoffs that I dropped out of, I didn't win, and then I come back and win. So it kind of leaves it open in the air to be like, oh, fuck, like, is he the best of all of us? You know what I mean? Like,
is he the GOAT of the league, bro?
Right? So I want, and not only that, but also Mike has been so close to the finals every fucking time. He's been so close. And, like, I want Mike to win, honestly. Like, I would be okay if Zach won. If it's Zach versus Aris, I want Zach to win because then we have two-time champs, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If it's me versus Reese, I don't. Unfortunately, sorry, Reese. I just don't want you to win a third time yet. Like
Yeah.
the implications are just too great. For if he comes into next season with 3 times under his belt, like playing him,
yeah, that'd be some shit.
I'm saying playing him is going to be intimidating as fuck. So I want Mike or Zach to win or myself, but like if it comes down to a repeat of last year's playoffs, which would be Zach versus Mike, I'm leaning Mike all the way. Honestly, I think Mike's going to take the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think if it is, no offense, Zach, I think if it is Zach and Mike, I do think Mike takes it. I want Mike to win. I love Reese. That's my dude. I want Mike to win. That being said, I do think it's Mike's year, but Reese with the Reshiram, I think his team went from like extremely good to like now probably one of the best teams. As I said, his team is monstrous. So again, I want Mike to win. I thought Mike was gonna win before if it came down to this. But I'm like, now I'm not too sure. I have Reese beating Mike 2-1. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Mike. You're my dude, but I don't know, man. I just feel like
I'm gonna make the bold statement and say I got Mike beating a Reese 2-0.
Oof. That is a bold statement.
Very
bold statement.
Bruh, he shut him. Unfortunately, they didn't get their rematch after playoff or midseason because Reese ended up forfeiting that last week because it didn't matter to the standings. But for real, like he shut him down he shut Reese down in season really good, and then last season he also shut him down in season. And he had, if Reese had come to playoffs last year, Mike would have had to play him in his bracket because he ended up playing Will, and he beat Will with Reese's team. So like I'm not obviously Will and Reese are totally different players, but like this gives Mike a chance to say, hey, nah, this is my year, bro. Like it's little bro's time.
I definitely think, and again, Zach, you're my dude, no offense. I think the winner of the Reese and Mike match probably is going to be the champion. And that's no offense to Zach. I know Zach's had a really great season. He set the record for most wins in a row. He's definitely had a good season. But there's something about these two teams that, over the past couple weeks, they both gotten really. That's what I'm saying. The past couple weeks, they both gotten extremely scary and very different from the time when Zach, when Zach faced them first. So I do think the winner of the Reese Mike matchup is probably gonna be champion of season 4, man. Again, I'm not that I don't want anybody who's like, oh, he's counting out Zach. I'm not counting out Zach at all. I'm just saying that.
I mean, it could even be me. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you. I agree with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and again, I'm not trying to count you or Zach out. I'm just saying. I look at those.
The teams are just
teams. Yeah, the teams are just ridiculous. And I think of Reese didn't really play Reese didn't have asterisk on that he's been waiting on the restaurant to get from Chris the entire season.
Yeah.
And then he's been shuffling his asterisk around, waits till midseason. He picks up Aegislash before midseason. Aegislash loses his asterisk along with Ninja, which he picked up. They both lose their asterisk, and he still has Lele, which could be argued is probably the best of all 4 of the Takus. And then he just has a lot of threats. Azumarill hits really hard. Scrafty's been one of his best Pokemon throughout the season. Togekiss that's great. Togekiss is just a great Pokemon overall.
First of all, those two that you just said, those are his bread and butter from almost every season.
Right.
So he's equipped with his killer tools.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I'm sorry, you were saying Zarina?
No, that's fine. Yes, Sarita, and then he just has a lot of weapons. As he said, that Ditto, man. That Ditto's made a difference in a lot of these matches. And I'm eager to see, I'm eager to see who wins this match. It's definitely gonna be crazy, and I can't wait for this week.
Oh yeah, this
yeah,
is an
so-
exciting week.
Yeah, so I expect both sets. Both sets should go to game 3.
Yeah,
in my
for
opinion.
sure. I definitely agree. I think Zach and I are probably going to go to game 3. If I'm being realistic, I have Zach taking it, but if I'm being believing in myself, I'm saying I'm taking it. So we'll see. But next week's going to be hype. That is semifinals next week. Myself versus Zach and Mike versus Aris. We will have a giveaway planned for you next week. We kind of didn't. I talked about giving away this Cartana. Nobody actually asked for it, probably because I didn't advertise at all. So, kind of, I just gave away a bunch of stuff to a bunch of people this week. Next week, we will have a giveaway planned. And then you'll have my match with Zach and Aris's match with Mike. We're coming down to the end here of season 4.
Yeah, man. 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks, basically. So we're going in. I got to send Zach his trophy from season 3. I was talking about it today. Basically, the stand hasn't come in yet, so I haven't sent it out. But it's probably going to get there. Honestly, realistically, it's going to get there at the end of season 4. So he could even win and basically be like 2 trophies back. But technically, it's done, so he doesn't have any shit to talk. He just has to get it. But, well, that's been it, man. That is season 4's playoffs round 2. Next week is semifinals. We'll see you guys next week. As always, I've been your host, Ian, aka Murrah, the CEO, Big Boss, and I got my favorite co-host with me, Jay,
aka the cleaner, aka Mr. Clean Shirts, aka that's pretty much
take
it.
your ass to the laundry.
Take your ass to the laundry.
Put you in the hamper. But yeah, so it's been a pleasure with you guys. We will see you next week. Same stream time, same stream place. Actually, next week is Mother's Day on Sunday, so we're gonna stream on Monday. Give you guys all time to celebrate your moms. Give them all a big kiss. And we'll see you guys next Monday. Not tomorrow, next Monday after that. Peace out and keep loving Pokemon, guys.